Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's Friday and I'm your Thursday, Friday, Monday guy. Anyways, how y'all doing? Um, Today is Isaiah chapter 2. So we're going to see if we can glean something from Isaiah chapter 2. And we remember, since we're doing Isaiah, Isaiah was a prophet and he lived about 700 years before Jesus. I think he was born around 740 BC. And he was married to a prophetess, and it's windy today, and it's Red Friday. So I do have a son who is currently serving, one that is out, and then one that is currently serving. So um, Big Sarn, what's up? Anyways, so it was hard to pick a single verse that I really liked out of Isaiah chapter 2 that I could focus on, because the whole thing is kind of like he's talking about the end time, and it's going to start raining in just a second. But basically, what he's getting down to is that at the end of the world, people are going to flock to the Lord's mountain, and everybody's going to go there and get instructed in the God of Jacob. Like, so they're going to realize that the God of Israel is the one true God. And so he talks a little bit about the end times, and it says that they're going to go hide in rocks and caves, and basically he talks about how also the kids are turning into let's see, who was it that lived next to him? The soothsayers, the Philistines. So they, for you have forsaken your people, the house of Jacob, because they are filled with eastern ways. They are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they are pleased with the children of foreigners. So I think that would be it. You know, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 6, that is pretty important. But also, like, more importantly, is that Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2 and 3, I think are pretty important, because it kind of lays it out. And it says, "Now it shall come to pass in the later days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow to it. Many people shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways, and we shall walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem." And now a lot of people think verse 4 is like super important, because that's the one where maybe you've seen the t-shirt. This is another one of those t-shirt verses. "And their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." So usually it's a dot, 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 and then they have the verse Isaiah, verse 2, or chapter 2, verse 4. And it's, "He shall judge between the nations and rebuke many people. They shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." And so you'll see that a lot of old time hippies used to have that shirt with some plants on it and some plowshares or something. And then also, but you know, that's a different kind of Christian too. It's funny because people are saying, "What do you mean different kind of Christian? There's only one Jesus." There is. And there's only one God, yes. But there's an individual named me, and the way that I react and the way that I act isn't very complicit to the way that that people like. They don't like. They want capitulation, and I'm not going to go ahead and say, "Well, the gospel's been softened," because I haven't gotten an update. It is raining on me now. I haven't got, but it's Florida, so it's okay. It will dry up in a second. I haven't gotten an update on the Bible, so because there's no update, I'm going to go ahead and stand strong to my values. I'm going to stand strong to my biblical worldview, and I'm going to stand strong to what the Bible says. And so that's not a very popular view all the time. People don't like that. They want you to say, "Oh, come on, these guys are included too," or "That one is, come on, is that really a thing?" Yeah, it is. That's what the devil said. Come on, did he really say that? Did he really say that? So that's a devil thing, man. That's a bad thing. So in Isaiah 2, the hippie thing. When I say this, the plowshare shirt. I didn't coin the phrase "a different kind of Christian." Actually, I had a friend of mine who his name is Dan Costner. He's passed away now, but he was a Marine as well. In fact, he fought in Way City, and his last name is the same as Kevin's because he's Kevin's older brother. So I don't know Kevin Costner, but I knew his brother, and I really liked him. Like I said, he passed away, and that's too bad. But one of our friends went to the restroom when we were eating Chinese food, and he said, "You're a different kind of Christian, aren't you?" So that's where I got that from. Dan Costner said that to me, and it kind of sunk into home because I have a friend named Matt. You're not going to mention his last name, but he's not milk toast either. And there's a few others, and you all know who you are. But yeah, so we're a little bit different. Every nation will. They won't lift sword up against each other, and the swords will be beat into plowshares. That's a fact because it's written in the book. But maybe we're not there yet. So, just keep that in mind. So Isaiah chapter 2, that was it. It was a short one. I told you yesterday. So tomorrow's Isaiah? No, actually it's not, because tomorrow's Saturday, and some people have their church on Saturday, and then Sunday, everybody, a lot of people have their thing on Sunday, so I don't infringe on that. And then I'll see you on Monday, okay? Remember, love God with, it's really starting to ring. Love God with all your heart, and love your neighbor as yourself. Well, if we keep doing that, this world's going to get a lot better. That'll save America.